back here with Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories for what is likely to be the finale. I thought it would be last time, but this looks a little more ultimate, doesn't it? And I totally said I'd read the journal and then just at the end of last episode and then just didn't, so there, good job me. Castle Oblivion, the last page in the story section. Well, we made it to the top, and many of our memories are gone. Sora can't even recall the name of the person he cares for the most. But we made a promise. No distance can separate us, and we'll be friends even if we can't remember it to be so. Axel's out of the way. We just have to stop Marluxia. He ordered Nominate to wipe Sora's memory, but it doesn't matter. Sora knows that promises don't fade as easily as memories. I mean, you think you have to remember a promise, but never mind. I like the poetry of it, so I'll allow it. Marluxia! Double slight. Use stocked cards and slights twice in a row. Right. Limit to 3 slights. Also makes you resistant to fire, ice, lightning, and special attacks, but weak against physical attacks. Neat. I think I won't try and work that into our build for this last one. Allows use of cards even while staggering from damage. What? That's so useful! I mean, that shouldn't even have to be a card, because you should be able to do that the entire game because the enemies can. And if you can't do it, then it just means that getting hit by one little attack means you take the full damage of a combo regardless. But, do I think I'll be able to use it at the right time? I don't, so I think I'm not even gonna bother. If we die a few times from a stupid, dumb combo, then whatever, that's the game's fault, not mine. I guess it's still my fault because I could be adding that card to our team, but forget it. Marluxia, Lord of Castle Oblivion and a member of the organization. In a move to bring the group under his control, Marluxia used Nominate to manipulate Sora's memory and tried to claim the power of the Keyblade. For what end, we're not sure, because he doesn't seem sympathetic to the organization, and we don't even know what the organization wants either. The only character we have left seems to be Piglet, but we'll save that as a fun little achievement we can get in the EX playthrough. I think it's time, my friends. Better save again. Any last minute alterations I want to make to my deck, or am I feeling alright about this? I think I'm feeling pretty good. These 3 of enemy cards have been serving me pretty well, I feel like. I see why this one costs so much. It's crazy useful. Let's get on in there! Don't keep Destiny waiting. I have a bad feeling it's going to give me a... Are you sure you want to carry on past this point? There are no save points.
Oh boy, Sora! This is the final battle!
Are you ready? It's our last battle. You know, in this game anyway, there are like 20 other games. In we get! I was nervous before. I'm real nervous now. Oh, he's flying! Neat!
Emptiness will shatter your heart. Here in this world of nothingness.
But did Nominate actually even erase your memories? Surely she's stopping doing that now, so you still have like a few, because Riku came and interrupted that whole scene. Ah, see what I tell you? Like 6 arms, his torso's on like a robot.
Oblivion devours you. Drown in the ever-blooming darkness!
Okay. Sounds like fun! Let's do that thing! Let's hope it's not a multi-phase thing. How many health bars you got? It's gonna stretch across the entire screen, isn't it? Marluxia didn't have that many. I think it's good to use Roxas up front, because like why bother saving that for later in the fight when you're desperate and everything? Just get all the good damage out as fast as you can. Oh, weird. Okay, there's like no... It's got... Oh, wait, what? Okay, what's happening? Oh, no, there's our multiple health bars. Okay, I got it. Sorry, I was really confused. Ow! The hands have health bars and stuff as well. Alright, oh, I thought you would jump for that, Sora. Wasted one of our 20 double strikes. Ow! Let's go for a 9 cure here. Have I got a... Oh, I've got these 3 already, so I can do one of these. Boosh! It's over, my friend! Let's see you try and zero this, punk. Pew! And this will do good damage to both your hands as well, which will be neat. Do hit damage to the whole structure. Aha! What is this? Oh, I had to use a 0 on it. That was weird. I didn't love that. Well, that was really unusual. Wait, no. Cut that out. Reload these. Another Goofy. That's cool. I have no health. I should probably rectify that whole situation.
Heal! Heal!
Neat. Okay, I'm spamming heals here because they don't have tons of high-powered attack cards, at least not yet. No, wait. I can't use anything yet. It's not fair. Goofy, fix it. I guess you have to use a 0 on those, or one that will break it at least. Yeah. Do you think these hands will come back once I break them, or do you think it's a one and done thing? Ow! Ah, they're so hard to hit. Why it rotates around? This is like the Ursula boss fight, but worse. No, I hate this. This is mean and dumb and cruel. Okay, hang on. It's gonna keep charging up here. This one doesn't limited by reloads, so that's all right to do, I think. Ow! Got that out now.
Heal.
Oh, I thought that was zero. That came out. No, stop that. No, bad.
Do you want to scream?
Do I want to scream? What a weird question. Not really? Ow, 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 ow. Oh, I can't reach. This is such poop. Oh, and I shouldn't use the attack cards to try and reach it as well because, I'm wasting my last 2 double attacks here. No, don't do that. I don't like that at all. I have no idea why it's like that. Ah, you're so hard to. You get back here, you coward! Thank you. That's more like it. Okay, this hand's almost done. If I could get rid of this hand, please, I will. Firaga! Nice, I got some good damage out on that one. I feel like we're getting a lot of Goofies and not a lot of Donalds here. Hang on, I'm gonna break whatever they do with the 0 next. Oh, I was going for that Goofy, but it's no longer exists. It's gone. Bonk! No, I said bonk. Ah, I didn't bonk correctly. I didn't bonk quickly enough.
Will be scattered.
No, I wouldn't like it if you did that. Okay, one hand down. Please tell me you don't get those back, because that's gonna be really tedious. Okay, there we go. I can do another Trinity here, but I want one with a bit more power in it. No, I don't. This is fine. 12 will do. This will hit your hand at least. And this little spiky barb thing that's chasing me around. Ah! Damn it! Well, we knew that was a possibility.
Sink into the darkness.
No. Why does it move the camera for that so I can't see where I am to attack him? That's just so dumb. Okay, both the hands are gone, so he's changing his tactics. But if I break him in the middle here, I can hit him out of that. Okay, Firaga! Bang! Gotta get the good damage on now. Bang! And then we got. I think this is going well so far. Just gotta keep calm. Don't you run from me! Don't you run from me! Why didn't you carry on that combo, Sora? Don't you run from me! No, we don't need any of those just yet. We're doing okay. I want to start a charge again, though. No, bad. And I'll break this next thing you do. Yeah! No, I won't. Yes. Whoa. Okay, now I can finish this charge here. I might go for another free Raga. No, I do not want to scream. Stop asking. Yeah! That's good stuff. Lightning you there. Yeah, throw an ice on there. And I'll break this with a cure here, because I could use a bit more. I'd like to be at full health as much as possible. Alright, we're doing alright, it seems. What attack are you doing? Don't. Whatever it is, don't. I love how we just came drifting down casually, like, after I broke it, like, okay, fine, I won't do that. Gonna be like that about it. Okay, I break that, and then I'll immediately charge up this to get them all back. Ow! I'd rather not behold. Okay, you're gonna charge at me, and break! Ah, it still hit me, but even still we broke it and get some hits out. That's not bad. I'll do a slight here and do some good power here. I'll go for a few cures as well. This will be good. Do something, I dare ya. Now do it again. Oh no, I don't want to save the 0 for when you do the big silly thing that probably is a one-hit kill. Okie doke. Alright, just ow. Rude. Ow, rude. I could almost see this not even being the final phase as well, because it seems a little easier than I was expecting. Like, it's certainly easier than some of the other fights we've had in this game so far, so I wouldn't be astonished if this was not the last thing here. I did not mean to do that like that. Sorry, I've only got 1 0 left. Oh boy, I want to keep charging that so I can be ready. Not really. Do not want to scream. Stop asking. Wait, can I actually reach you if I do this? Oh, I can. Neat. I didn't realize that was an option, really. Hey-ya! Oh, I'm getting no experience from this, so it might not be the last fight. Maybe that was the last fight. I mean, granted, I had max health that you can have, so I guess I shouldn't be too astonished if... Oh my god, the controller rumbled a lot. Sorry, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, there is a phase 2. Right, okay. Yes, this seems a bit more right, doesn't it? I figured we'd have to be flying or something by the end. If it's anything like Ansem in the last game, though, this one's actually a bit easier even than the one that comes before. Now this looks like a final boss fight. Alright. Bring it on. Please tell me it reloads all my cards. It must have done, because it did the whole end of battle thing. Yeah, I think I have them all back. No, I don't want to scream. God, you really got to stop asking that. Oh wait, this is not. I'm actually flying. I'm just fighting him on this little platform. Oh my god, this is even easier. He's not going to be able to run away from me. I like that a lot. So a few fires on. Whoa. Doom? No, I don't love that. Oh, wait, stop. Oh, hang on. I have to imagine Doom is not great. Stop doing that? Oh, break the curse with... What do you mean? Oh. Why did you tell me exactly what to do to win against you? Okay, so maybe we don't want to try and break Doom, because it's just going to happen eventually. We just got to live with that, basically. And then just, because if I tried to break it with a 0, it seemed to just kept doing it anyway, so... Whirlwind to the void! No, wait! I was trying to... Oh. Oh, my cards went flying. Oh, neat. I was trying to hit a 0 there, but wait, hang on. Untarget him so I can find my cards. No, wait, break this. He's got all kinds of weird stuff. Oh my god, my cards are everywhere, including the reload one. Wait, this is awful. Now they're all scattered. Stop. Oh, I thought that was an attack. Stop. No, stop. Wait, this is weird. I'm just gonna put on the barrier now. But it seems like you can, if you're going ham, you can keep just attacking him. I'm gonna guess that, ow, hey, stop. Whatever that is, I don't like it. Viraga. Why would you not target him, Sora? There's one enemy in the field. How did I lose target lock on him? What was that? No, stop. Okay, so again, just keep a cool head and we can break this.
Your heart shall be judged.
By whom? By Yum? I don't think so. You're in no position. Okay, I'm gonna get another charge ready. No, stop. Where I can't here. No, stop. Yeah, it seems like if you break his slide, he just gets to do it again, regardless. Just final broad splivages. He just does it. Oh no, he stops eventually. That's neat. All right, we're about halfway there. Everyone, just keep calm. Quick barrier's still on, but this enemy isn't actually even hitting us very much. So just need to keep calm. 3 Donalds, magic level 3. Try it. I dare ya, Viraga. The lightning one, the Naga. Break that. I'll break the next one you do as well. With my cure, I did not mean to cure. I meant to do the start the recharge. Stop. It's fine. We've got enough zeros that we can be breaking a lot of this. Okay, charge back to full. I'm gonna go over to a slew of 9s here. Oh, I can do Roxas now. I forgot I still had him because this is another fight. Okay, come on you. Break. And charge, and break. And charge, and break. Ow, I didn't break it fast enough, sorry. Okay, we got a Goofy here. I'd like to wait for a Donald as well. I can have it, but we got our Roxas on here, so we're gonna be doing massive damage. That's that.
This is the heart of a hero.
Before he was like, you really are a hero. And he's like, oh god, you're a hero. What the hell's with like the mermaid with demon wings and a scythe above him, though? That's what I want to know. Now welcome my 3rd phase. Damn, that was a hell of a scream, voice actor. That was like 6 seconds. Well, sorry about it, but maybe stop trying to like kill the children. It's the moral of Kingdom Hearts. So is he gone and done what the other nobody's done? They've turned to nothing, so to speak? The truth completed. Sweet. Cool. Love it. Oh, of course, Keyblade. Always gotta end this game with sealing a door of some kind. Yeah, you can stay behind there, please. Stay where you belong in my memories. I mean, you know, you can get out on good behavior in a few years.
Not Riku. I'm a fake. I can't remember why I was created or where or when. All that's inside of me is time with you and Namine.
Ooh, it hung there. Please don't crash.
But I know those memories are not real.
Gee, Namine, can't you use your magic to put Riku's memory back to normal?
Well, it's not the real Riku, so I wouldn't imagine
It's
so.
alright. I'll deal.
Really?
Wait! Who cares if someone created you? You are you and nobody else. You have your own heart inside you. Those feelings and memories are yours, and yours alone. They're special.
Like I was saying, even if someone else
Sora,
says your
you're a good guy.
feelings don't exist, they're your feelings.
I don't have to be real to see how real your feelings are. That's good enough.
I'm not sure I like that answer.
Riku! Riku.
Can you put our memories back?
Oh, that has the little.
Not remembering something doesn't really mean that it's gone.
It's on the other side of your
What
heart,
do you
they said?
mean?
When you remember one thing, that leads to remembering another. And
Chain
then
of
another,
memories.
and then another. Our memories are connected.
Ah, double meaning. Chain of memories isn't chain like a lock,
Many
and also
pieces are linked together. Like they're
sequence.
in a chain that makes up each of us.
Sequence of memories is what I thought chain of memories
I
meant
don't
at first.
actually erase any memories. Just take apart the links and rearrange them. You still have all your memories.
So Sora's gonna be like, but then how did
So you can put them back together?
you add you
Yes,
into those
but
memories?
first, I have to undo the chains of the memories I made on my own. After I've done that, I have to gather up the memories scattered across each of your hearts, and then reconnect them. It might take some time, but I think it might work.
We got the castle to ourselves all the
No.
time in the world.
It will work, I'm sure. It's my turn to look after you.
All right. We all really trust you.
Oh, wait a second. You said you'd have to undo the links of the memories you made. But that means...
Forgetting her. Is that where you're going with this?
Yes. You won't be able to remember anything about what happened here.
I see.
Not even you?
I'm sorry. It's the only way, I'm afraid.
Man, this game is sad. All the characters are sad and have sad motivations and sad
Sora,
outcomes.
you have a choice. You can lose your memories of this castle and reclaim your old ones. Or keep your memories here and give up the memories that you've lost.
Well, there's all that stuff he said about,
Do I have to
friends' memories and promises.
choose?
You can rebuild it.
Yes.
Make me like I was.
I figured. There was definitely a part of her that didn't want to hear that.
Okay. Nobody needs to keep a bunch of memories that aren't real, right? You want to remember all of the people who are really important to you. Anybody would choose that.
But like he said, though, the promise to her, even if it's a fake memory, is real to him. So maybe he'll still be able to rebuild that back. You know what I mean? Whoa! What?
To remember again, we have to keep in what?
What?
Yes. It's going to take
Just a
little
real
time,
rememorifying
but
device
I'll take care of
we
you.
have on the top floor here. It's just on the
Worse,
roof.
When we wake up, we won't remember who you are anymore.
We'll be like, where are we? What have you done with us?
Now, are we gonna thank you?
Don't worry about that. I'll just make a big note in my journal. And it will say, thank Nominate.
Oh, good. That makes me feel better.
It does, but won't it get wiped as well?
Good night, then, Nominee.
Good night, Goofy. You too, Sora.
Hey, thanks. I could use a nap. Okay. Oh, that's sad.
All of this may have started with a lie, but I really am glad that I could meet you, Sora.
Yeah, me too. When I finally found you, and even when I remembered your name, I was happy. The way I felt then, that was no lie.
Goodbye.
No, not goodbye. When I wake up, I'll find you. And then there will be no lies. We're gonna be friends for real.
Man, I hope
Promise
so.
me, Nominee.
Ah, well, if you promise, it's gonna happen.
Don't
So.
forget making that promise.
If the chain of memories comes apart, the links will still be there, right? So the memory of our promise will always be inside me somewhere. I'm sure of it.
Yeah,
You know, when I'm
you're
38, I'll remember.
right. Okay, it's a promise.
Good. Until later.
A promise. Huh. Sora, some of your memories' links are deep in the shadows of your heart, and I won't be able to find them. But don't worry. You made another promise to someone who you could never replace. She is your light. The light within the darkness. Remember her, and all the memories lost in the shadows of your heart will come into the light.
Another promise.
Look at the good luck charm. I changed its shape when I changed your memory. But when you thought of her just once, it went back to the way it was.
It was a very, very sweet and touching scene. I liked that a lot. It was a bit wordy around the end. I think I kind of figured out the charm thing on myself, but even still. All the Final Fantasy characters, and no one else.
Kairi! My friends. Namine?
Don't worry. You might forget about me. But with our promise, I can come back.
A promise is a promise.
Yes. One day the light, it will be ours, and it will bring us together. Till then, I'll be in your heart.
Right. Forgotten, but not lost.
Neat. Ah, there you go. There's the credits. Ah, good. Okay. Let me just mute that right quick so they don't get copyright exploded, and I'll just put some other Kingdom Hearts music over top of it, I guess. Greetings and salutations, dear Keyblade Masters. It is I, the Admiral of Editing, here to tell you that I've done a silly. I've biffed it proudly. I've messed up majorly. Shortly after the credits, we unlock Riku mode to play through. I had heard of Riku mode before, in the achievements list, and somewhat imagined it might be more of a palette swap or a reimagining of the Recom story. I.e., what if Riku went through Castle Oblivion instead of Sora and them, Resident Evil style? It's Kingdom Hearts, so I should have known better, of course. But having imagined I'd completed the game, I launched into my endgame review. I'll play it for you in a moment, just so you can see my thoughts to the game up to this point. Since I wasn't sure, though, I put up a poll to ask if we needed to do Riku mode or if we can move on to Kid Icarus on the channel and save Riku mode for later. Kid Icarus won, but only by a small margin, and I've been reliably informed that Riku mode is actually a crucial second half of the game. Well, golly, now I've done it. We need to play Riku mode, but I've already put up a poll saying I'd play Kid Icarus now. Whoopsie doodle. So my ingenious and life-saving plan is, so that we don't delay Kid Icarus for another month to do Riku mode, or delay Riku mode till the end of Kid Icarus, I'm going to record all of Riku mode and edit it into 1 or 2 hugely long Riku mode videos whilst we're playing Kid Icarus, so that I can still play Riku mode with Sora mode fresh in mind, and I should be able to get those videos to you within a month or 2. But we can still start Kid Icarus as I've now said I would. Sorry for the inconvenience, folks, but that's just the kind of hijinks you get up to when you're living without a brain. In my brain. In my brain. See you soon in Riku mode, folks. Neat, awesome, sweet. So, I gotta say, I freaking loved that game. Hey, Kingdom Hearts 2 for 2 with me. That series? Holy crap. Like, I didn't... Oh, okay, never mind. So that the music just did a thing there. You didn't hear that bit because I've got other music playing. But the music did it like froze for a minute, but it was supposed to happen. Anyway, sorry. I liked it a lot. Much like the first Kingdom Hearts, like I'm surprised by how like really sharp it was. Hey, Yoko Shimomura, legend. in the flesh. Well, in text anyway. I don't even know where to begin with it. So what do I usually do? I do gameplay, then no, and usually I go visuals, then music, then narrative, then gameplay. Is that how I usually do with these reviews? I think so. So visuals. I think the visuals were. I mean, obviously I had it all in 4K because it's a modern re-release, but the textures seemed like maybe even a bit of a step up from Kingdom Hearts 1, which would make sense because this game came out like 6 years after the PS2 version. The visuals are nice. I mean, the characters, whenever they're like doing it's weird how they swap from like hand animated to like just textures mid cutscene. That always distracts me a little bit, but you know, whatever. It's like a very small thing, and the animation is a little creepy that you can see the inside of their eyelids. They all look like slightly melted Barbie dolls or something. But mostly the visual style with all the effects and like the characters is quite, you know, it's Disney-ish and Final Fantasy-ish. Like it's a good blend of the two, much like it was in the first game. And actually, the animation is pretty smooth. I would say for the time period these two games came out. Whenever they do it hand animated, of course. So I would say the visuals, you know, mostly they're a hit for me. They totally work with me. And the music in this game, again, was off the chain. I love that we got a bunch of remixes of themes from the previous game. Even if I didn't, you know, I find the Pirates Jig one as much of a bop in this one, but I did really like the Destiny Island remix, the like gentle piano version, and the Night of Fate remix with the little like saxophone added. Like, what? That's so cool. Oh, look at Aladdin and Jasmine are together, and the genie's doing something. I don't know why. As far as, but like, oh yeah, and like, there were a few themes that were obviously new, the Castle of Oblivion theme, and like a bunch of the story themes, and probably my favorite new theme that was in this one was the battle with the normal organization battle theme, the one for Axel, Vex, and Larxene and all that, with the one with the crazy. Oh, Jim Cummings, I know that name. I think that's probably one of the Disney actors. Anyway, like the one with the crazy like violin where it goes like. It's just so like hectic and perfectly fit the pacing of those fights, I feel like. So. Music was, again, great hit. So moving on to gameplay here. I liked the gameplay in this game a lot. I'm tempted to say even more than the first. But the thing is, like, you know, the first game in the series obviously has like a lot to prove and a lot to design, sort of. And it's a bit more of a standard action RPG. This one obviously has the whole card system. That's the main thing of it. And I thought it was neat. I think it was, for the most part, quite well executed. Because what I really liked about it was that, and I think I mentioned this around one of the more recent episodes, there's a thing that a lot of action games do that is tedious and annoying, where when they want to make a boss that's powerful, they make it so that if you both attack at the same time, you lose. Too bad, so sad. Or that, like, they make it so that the boss is so fast that if you do your melee attack, they can start and finish a melee attack before yours is even connected, to the point that it's a completely unpredictable, like, whether you'll be able to manage when you strike someone or not. Oh, this is new. We haven't seen this before, this little video here. Sorry, how many of the ones in the corner there were things we hadn't seen? I think I know who that is. Looks like... Oh, they panned away right before it happened, but so I won't say who I think it is, but I have a good idea of who that is, based on the hair and the place they were in. So anyway, the whole card system of having every move have a particular value, and you can say empirically, this attack will break that one, this one will break that one, is a good system, I think, not just for a card thing, but for any old such game. But we gotta watch this cutscene real quick before I carry on with what I was about to say. Other members of the organization. 1, 2, 3. Some missing chairs. I guess those ones we took out. 4. 7 missing chairs. 5, 6 people remain. Did I count that right? 6 plus 7 is 13. There is always sleep between part and meet, with our usual words on the usual street. So let us part like we always do, and in a world without you, I'll dream of you. When I come to, let us meet with our usual words on the usual street. That was cool. Okay, no escape completed. Yay! Game over proud mode. Journal covered 88%. Card collector rank. Rare cards. A slumber to remember completed. Gotta speed through all this. Enemies defeated 3,569. Special treasures obtained 2424. Novice player Sora. Right, so that's for doing it on proud, standard, and easy, I guess. And natural player Sora. Oh, okay, never mind. That's this. So wait, why did we get 4 there? No, so we got 3. So there's proud player Sora, natural player Sora, and novice player Sora, but then there were 2 achievements we got before that. Something about slumbering and forgetting and whatever. I guess I'll have to check. Actually, maybe I can check right now what those are. But card breaks 3,364 times, so that times I got broken. Slight most often used to be raw, 107 times. Really? I'm astonished. Does kind of track. Okay, clear Sora's story mode. Well, that sounds like a spoiler. On beginner proud, clear the game without fleeing from a single battle. Oh, really? Well, that's just because running away is really hard in this game. Not because of skill. Wait, so hold on a moment. That makes it sound like game clear data can be saved. Once saved, you can start Riku mode from the title screen. If you load the save data, you will start from before this last battle. Right? Okay. I was pretty sure there was there was some kind of Riku mode, at least in one of the games, which is incredibly neat for me personally. Because wait, hang on. I didn't hear what they just. I didn't process what they just said. Am I supposed to save it to a different slot or? I don't know. Anyway, I did save it to a different slot. So regarding the Riku mode, I don't know if it's like if it's like a Resident Evil thing where it's like story A, story B, or if it's just like a fun little extra mini thing. Let me know if that's heresy and if it's actually the Riku mode has a lot of other important story stuff. Hey there, dear Keyblade Masters, it is I, Admiral of Editing, on the horn again to quickly remind you that, again, we are doing Riku mode, and I had just messed up at the time, so I'm doing an end review here as though Riku mode isn't coming soon after, but it is. So, oh, what the the placing of the video. Alright, I'm going. And maybe we'll have to do it before we do Kingdom Hearts 2 or 358 Days or whatever. I think Kingdom Hearts 2 is what I've been told it should do next. It maybe isn't the one that comes canonically next. I can't remember. It is the one that was released next at the very least. But I mean, obviously I want to play as Riku. He's freaking cool. And I wonder if we'll be seeing that Castle Oblivion Riku in the story pop up anymore. Anyway, sorry, that'll be when we get to the story section. I was still in the middle of my gameplay section of my review. For a start, I really like that card system of the 1 to 9 and then the 0, and the fact that you can empirically say, no matter how big and story important this boss is, I can break this move with this card. Because as I said before, it makes the enemies feel more powerful rather than less powerful, I would say. Because if their power level is so powerful that screw you, then it's like, well, you didn't really think too hard about that, did you? But if you can quantify it and I can have an idea of, oh, I know how hard it was to get 9s, I know how few I can stock, so to see an enemy throwing out that many 9s, and I know what I have to do to break that, it actually like has the added effect of like psychologically making the enemy feel more powerful and more interesting to fight, I would say. But that aside, it was, effectively the same gameplay as Kingdom Hearts 1 in like the mechanics, the timing, the pacing. The spells were a lot of similar ones. Of course, the friend cards with Donald Goofy made things a little different. But on the whole, I really like the sort of mystery dungeon-esque, like building the map as you go along with the cards. That's a really cool idea. I was very, very happy with the gameplay overall. I was always excited to jump back into one of these episodes and explore around the castle and hack through some enemies and stuff. And I liked that the way they did it such that there isn't, at least as far as I could tell, for Sora, an attack or defense stat as such. You only have health and then whichever cards you have, was neat because it eliminated some of the some of the slight annoyance I guess I had with the first game and with other action RPGs whenever you pick a higher difficulty where it's like, this boss fight now just takes a half hour because I just have to do this over and over and over again because my melee attacks do no damage because I haven't been speccing all into attack power or whatever. So it had the feeling I had was that even at level 1, with the right tactics, I could have taken on the last boss. It would have been hard because I would have had poor cards and low health, but it was possible. I did have a few complaints here and there. Number one, I think that the friend cards, Donald and Goofy, considering how useful they are, especially Goofy is crazy powerful, and then of course by the end you get that Trinity limit thing, which we only got just recently, but it's sick. It's really good. Having it be random whenever you card break an enemy, I think it was that there, and also maybe sometimes when you just hit them normally, there's a chance for a friend card to pop out. Having it be random which friend card pops out and what value it ends up as was a little bit too much random for me, I feel like. Because you could go an entire boss fight, and we did, without getting Goofy if you wanted him. Oh yeah, not to mention, then once you get Donald, it's completely random which 2 spells he uses. So it's like, the 3 layers of random of, do you even get a card? No, 4 layers, because do you even get a card when you hit them? Which character is it? what value is it to know if it's be any use to you? Because if it's a 1, you're gonna have to slight it, basically. And then if it's Donald, which freaking spell he's gonna use, it was like a bit much. And even then Goofy, and Goofy's attacks as well, were a little bit wobbly. Like, he sort of spins around you, and then if he hits someone, he kind of tries to target them for a bit, but he gets stuck on walls, and it's kind of weird. And another few thoughts I had about just little things that irked me here and there. I think money's a bit too hard to get. It feels like you should get it from enemies, or that you should at least be able to sell map cards that you get from enemies or something, because as far as I could tell, the only way to get it is sell cards you find from destructible environment, or just find money in destructible environments. And because there are only like 3 or 4 per enemy room, it's like you have to play a whole enemy room to get like, and it's RNG then as well, whether you get cards or money from it. So it's like, you have to play a whole enemy card just to get like 4 chances at getting like 20 bits of money. I think you should have been able to sell map cards is probably the thing, because I had tons and I kept throwing them away because I kept hitting the max limit. So it was like I was playing enough of the game to get a lot of money is what it felt like, and I just wasn't getting it. I felt like maybe it felt a bit unnecessary, like unnecessary padding that you got that much money. And then of course, because the stores are random as well, you spend all that time randomly hitting these walls to hopefully randomly get some random cards you can sell for money, and then you go to the store and it gives you random cards anyway, so it's like it might not even be worth it in the slightest. So I think I could have handled either the cards that you buy from the store aren't random, or money is easier to get, but with the both of them the way where it felt a bit stiff, the shop system. But it wasn't a big deal in the end, because, you know, once you get a card, it's not like you're going to lose it unless you foolishly premiumify it like I did with a few of them, because I didn't know what that did. And on that note, I didn't really go in depth about the deck building, but there's a lot of options it gives you, and I think it's really neat. I didn't ever feel like I could have an idea like, oh, is this build viable? And then there would be some like major Achilles heel to it that like the game would be like, no, don't do that. It felt like any build I tried to build toward I could, because it gives you a lot of options in the enemy cards, it gives you a lot of options in attacks, magic, items. Like around the beginning of the game, I was thinking, oh man, I don't like the idea of these item cards. Is the game going to punish me heavily for not wanting to build toward enemy cards? Item cards, not enemy cards. Is the game going to punish me for that? But no, the game was totally open to let me just have more cures and keyblades and still have that work. So the build craft is quite good in this game. I think it's pretty top tier. Just going to quickly have a look through my journal, because I had a few notes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there was the odd, slightly wonky hitbox. I've given a timestamp for myself to go find one here. Have a look at it. A few hitboxes where it just feels like, I don't think that could have used a better refinement, but they were definitely the exception. Another note I had here, I like that levels do not equal strength and defense. I think I got into that already. This is a note for Legend of Zelda, which I wrote in Kingdom Hearts by accident. Actually, let me sum up my thoughts about the story before we carry on with my journal, because I think it was mostly about what all I had to say about the gameplay. It's like close to being on par with the first game for me, which I did not expect at all from what is I know, like, you know, in terms of the story, important stuff happens in like basically every game, even like the ones that it's like important stuff won't happen in that one, but they do. But for what is effectively a spin-off in that sense, it's still I think the gameplay was very sharp. And again, I think it's like neck and neck with the first game. I'm not sure which one would overtake for me. First game is obviously special because it was the first one, but I really like. I'm almost sad that the card system won't be returning, like the value system, because I could really do with that, even if it wasn't card-based. If I could at least see it, I think every action RPG should have that. If you can see the priority of every attack, so you don't have to guess if your attack's going to beat the other ones or not. Let's quickly sum up my thoughts on the story. I think I also like the plot of this one, and the plot and the storytelling and the characters and development of this one a bit more. It's a shame Riku wasn't there in full capacity, but we got to learn a fair bit more about the organization. We don't really know their ultimate aim yet, but we know we have a bit more of concrete with them, whereas in the previous game it was like, maybe there's some weirdo in a raincoat who has something to do with something. Whereas at least now we know there's like a hierarchy, and they seem to all be after Sora for some reason. I think that wiping Sora's memories could have really easily been a very lame way to retread all the same ground as Kingdom Hearts 1, and they avoided that well by making it so that all the little like moral lessons or whatever that he experiences in each area were sort of remixed to be pertinent to his journey in this game, about the importance of the omnipotence, I guess, of promises, and as compared to just any memories, which can be quite fragile in some ways. And I think it also brought it sort of started to peter off around the end a bit, because once we started to figure out what Marluxia wanted, I'm not still even really sure. It's like he wanted to have Naminé rewrite his memories, because then if you can rewrite someone's memories, you can basically control what they want to do and be, so she could rewrite his memories to have him remember somehow that he wants to help Marluxia overthrow the organization. And it was a bit like, what? By the end, rather like, whereas it felt like it was building to something. I guess maybe it's just less interesting because we don't really know what Marluxia wanted to do with the organization or what the organization wants, which I guess we'll know later. So maybe that story point, I'll be like, oh, that's cool, like when we get to the later games. But for now, it's just kind of like he just kind of devolved into, I want to rule the world. That's how it felt by the end. And Sora's going to help me because he can wield the Keyblade or something. And so I'm left with all these questions like, how did he find Naminé? Why did he know that Naminé was going to help Sora? Why does he want to throw the organization? Why was this the most efficient way to do that? Etc. But Naminé was cool. I like that she's like a memory bender wizard. That's cool. I wonder, I guess we'll be seeing more of her in the future games here. If she is, as I suspect, Kairi's nobody. That has to be important somehow, right? I hope we get to see Riku for real, in the next game we play as well. But, sorry, what I was getting into was that I feel that this game, with what they told us about Sora from the first game, is that he's got this very strong dedication to not just friendship, but the idea of friendship and the potential of that kind of a bond is very important to him. That there are a lot of things you can do if you have someone who you trust completely and who knows you well enough to know what your strengths and weaknesses, so they can rein you in when you're going off the rails and encourage you when you're nervous and you don't think you can handle something but they suspect you can, that sort of thing. And I like that they were able to sort of bring that into question a bit, because if that's been his whole thing and now his memories have gotten altered so that he suddenly feels like he's remembering Naminé, who's forgotten all this time. It's like, what kind of person does that make him? And it made him a very psychologically interesting character, because that whole power of friendship thing has the potential to be such a trite platitude. Not that it's wrong. I mean, I think we can agree that having good friends is good, but it has the potential to be such a nothing plot point, and they actually sort of managed to twist it into a way that made it so that this sort of like Saturday morning cartoon, oh yeah, power of friendship thing actually becomes like a serious mental conflict for him, of like, because he's trying to like apply the binary logic to it of friends are important, so damn important. So if you forget friends, then you must be like a real idiot or a jerk. And so he's like super depressed in the middle of it and everything. And then, of course, that he doesn't really verbalize that well to Donald Goofy, so of course they're all like, why are you so like anxious about Naminé? Can we like take a moment to think about this? And he's all like, what, you want to abandon her, huh? Is that what you think? Conflict arises there, and it felt like it managed to make it not feel like too trudged up. Like, I felt like I buy that Sora would do that from what I know about him and stuff. So I certainly found Sora a lot more of an interesting character in this one, and I hope that carries on. I found Naminé pretty interesting too. I hope we get to know a bit more about her as we go on, because I feel like there's more her story has to tell. And ditto for the organization people. Like again, I was clowning on Vexen and Larxene the whole time because they're just so like comically evil, but they were cool, and like the way they sort of have this very devil-may-care attitude about life, because they, ostensibly don't have lives and don't have hearts, and they consider themselves, the fact that they consider themselves like less than people means that they can kind of go through life with this who gives a shit what people think about me attitude, and that's kind of interesting that way. And Axel kind of has a bit of that as well. Like the four of them, Marluxia, Axel, Vexen, and Larxene, all seem to have a bit of that, but Marluxia was perhaps a bit more ambitious than the Vexen and Larxene, and Axel obviously had some other stuff going on. He's maybe more sympathetic to the organization, or maybe he just didn't feel right about letting Marluxia like beat up a bunch of kids and like torture them and stuff. Axel's clearly got a lot more to his story to tell as well. I think that's around all I want to say about the story. It was quite, I did like it a lot, and that moment at the end where Naminé and Sora had to kind of part ways, even though they dragged it out a bit and did a bit of over-explaining with the charm. Like, I get it. It turned back into Kairi's charm. I was there. I saw the cutscene. It still was quite poignant and damn near brought a tear to my eye, as a matter of fact, which obviously isn't hard to do with me. I liked it. I think we maybe have, that's not a totally rare feeling. I feel like perhaps we've all felt that a bit, what Naminé felt of that. Like, you see other people and their friendship and you're kind of like, maybe a bit envious of it, and probably much like Naminé, if you've ever tried to just sort of insert yourself in there, it doesn't go well. It doesn't work like that. So it was neat. And now back to my journal and all the notes I had. These are going to jump all over the place, not be in any particular field at once. Yes. So since the shadows, like the first enemies you battle, are the easiest to counter because their attacks are big and slow and they kind of jump and they're not very accurate with it, it's kind of easiest to fight them by card breaking them. So it's a good way for them as the first enemy to sort of teach you that mechanic, which I thought was very smart. Another note I had here is, what's with the 99 map card limit? Is it a system limitation? Just a poor attempt at padding? I don't really get why you could only have 99 of them. That seemed a little Dumb. Oh yeah, here's a note that actually wasn't meant to be for the end. I was supposed to read this one earlier. Because I had a question, was that I was asking if Naminé made Twilight Town up, but it's starting to seem like that's probably not true. So it's perhaps but then it's weird because, like she was saying, she could only rebuild them from his memories, so... Oh, well, I guess if Sora hadn't been there, perhaps his nobody has. And maybe that... Because if the nobody is, like, the other part of your heart, then you can have some of their memories, too. Like, the way Naminé has Kairi's memories? I'm not sure. But maybe, Naminé's from Twilight Town? Maybe Sora has been at some point. Oh yeah, I even wrote it down here. Maybe the reason it felt different from the other ones is that, to Sora, is because his nobody has been there, and we assume sort of that he has one from the events at the end of The Last of Us 1. I almost called it Kingdom Hearts 1. Right, yeah, I already brought this up a bit, but maybe it was my imagination? I don't think it was, but it feels like the enemies are allowed to attack while they're in hit stun, like that Axel card lets you do, which is weird, and... I don't really get how it improves anything. As far as I can tell, it adds a random chance that if they choose to do that, no matter what combo you could be doing to them, or any card you could be playing them at all, you're going to guaranteed take damage, so I didn't really get that. Oh yeah, and same card value clashes were a little weird. I think the way it works is if you play it first, you start your animation. If you're right at the beginning of your animation and they clash it with the same value, then your animation just stops and you go back to normal. But if you're far enough along in your value, if they play the same value, it breaks you. And they didn't really adequately explain that, and it messed me up a bunch. But it was kind of hard to say. Oh yeah, and I also kind of wish that in the duels where you see the cards at the bottom right, I feel like I could do with, you know, Sora's got a little card counter that says like you have like 17 cards left. It would be nice if there was one of those for them, and if all the other cards they had weren't like overturned. I don't really know what was up with that, because it's like very difficult to know if they have like a 0 or anything, because it flips through it so fast, and you know you're trying to focus elsewhere. So I didn't really see how it improved the game that you couldn't see their cards and stuff and didn't know how many they had left and that sort of thing. And I think those are all the notes I had though, but altogether, very strong entry. I'd be interested to play, obviously the Riku path at some point, but also the original Game Boy Advance Chain of Memories at some point. I'll probably add it to the next Kingdom Hearts vote we can do. But let's return to the title screen! See if that, oh yeah, you can see Riku there now. Reverse Rebirth, whoa, what? But a fine game this was, and I liked it a lot. Can't wait to come back and do the X playthrough and 100% absolutely everything. Get all those cards, find Piglet, all that other stuff. So that is all for this playthrough. If I had anything else to say about the game, it will be on screen now. But maybe I didn't. So with Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories completed, unless everyone tells me to go back and do the Riku story mode, because I don't know how important it is, our playthrough order now goes like so. Fire Emblem Three Houses, our Verdant Wind Assassins only run. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Fire Emblem Three Houses, our Verdant Wind Assassins only run. And Kid Icarus Uprising. Yes, indeed. Since we have so little left to go of Tears of the Kingdom, Three Houses has gone back to the double slot, and Tears of the Kingdom is now a single slot again, but it's going to be over in, like, an episode or so I think it won't be like that for long. And then, of course, we're starting Kid Icarus Uprising! Yahoo! Sorry, I did not have enough air in me. Yahoo! Is what I meant to say. Kid Icarus Uprising is a game I played a very small amount of, and I enjoyed the heck out of it. I played through, like, the first 3 levels or so I didn't get really far, and most of it will be new to me, and I haven't played it in a while as well. But I know that's going to be a fun playthrough, and also a really hard one, because I was not very good at that game. And don't go anywhere after all that, because after one of those games is finished, it'll be Tears of the Kingdom, I imagine. Unless Kid Icarus is real short. We're going to be starting, what the hell is the game called? Ace Attorney! Spirit of Justice, my friends. Oh, so exciting. We only actually recently finished Kingdom Hearts, Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies, and that was a really good time. But I didn't do a very good job in that game or Apollo Justice, which are the only 2 Ace Attorney playthroughs I have on the channel, and I've already played the first 3 games, so I have a lot to prove here. This is like my last chance, until they make a 7th one, for me to do well in a mainline Ace Attorney game, so I've got to be on my game. But that's, of course, only after Tears is finished, and that's still, I think at the time of this video will be going up, there'll still be like 1 or 2 episodes left of that. But that is all for now, so thank you so much for coming around to this playthrough. It was a really, really fun one, and I'm getting more and more sucked into the world of Kingdom Hearts, and I'm like, now that I've got all this stuff, it's like, oh, I'm hyped for Kingdom Hearts 2, which I believe is what I've been told to play next. It's what I have written down, so if that's not the one I should play next, sorry, I'll write the other thing down when you tell me. Thank you so very much for coming around to this playthrough. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! Why waste everyone's time? A few good arrow times and this will go by in no time. Yeah, the girl panicking whenever I headshot and getting shot like that. Hit! Yeah. A few headshots will take this out in record time, I say. Not record time for the world, but record time for us anyway.